Welcome to 5 Minute Magic from the Mindful Creative Podcast, a short bonus episode sharing tips and insights from the pages of the book of the same title. Every week I'll be sharing 1 or 2 ideas that can give you an actionable takeaway for your creative process, your work, your business, or just food for thought for the weekend ahead. These episodes share content from the audiobook, and you can find the link to the full version in the show notes below.
Today we are opening previews from the penultimate chapter from the book titled Flow States. The chapters Mindful, Positive Habits and Flow States were written in tandem because once we get to understand that the world is not falling apart in the section Mindful and focus on our breath, focus on our being, focus on understanding the present moment, then working on positive habits, how we can get away from negative thinking, catastrophizing, looking after ourselves, then we can actually start creating conditions for creativity. Chapter Flow States is using a quote from Ken Robinson, who says, "The role of a gardener isn't to make the plant grow, it's to create optimal conditions for growth." And this is what we should be aiming. This is what we can be aiming as creatives to achieve, because our life's often chaos, much of a chaos. And when we start putting things in place as they should be, we can achieve flow states, that perfect state where we focus on the work. We don't need to have music playing on. We don't have to have anything else. We are just at one with the work. So, yeah, I'm excited about previewing this section because it's where everything comes together.
Chapter 8, Flow States. What do we expect from creativity? It's a simple question, but it's one that even the most self-analytical creatives might never have thought to ask themselves. What do we expect from our creativity? Yes, we expect it will help us to generate good ideas and realise the things our imagination comes up with. But what do we expect it to do for us? Do we want it to make us feel happy, satisfied, energised, calm? And when do we expect that to happen? At the beginning, middle, or end of the process? Whatever your answer, it's likely that it can be found when you get into a state of flow. Flow states. A flow state is that period of pure focus when your creativity flows. You're in the moment, the ideas are coming, you feel in control, you're pushing against the walls of your comfort zone. Time becomes meaningless, and any other bullshit has been put to one side. It's a state that has always existed, but which was systemized by a Hungarian-American psychologist called Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi in the late 20th century. His studies led him to the belief that we are at our happiest, most creative, and most satisfied when we are in a state of flow. It's an active state with, according to Csikszentmihalyi, 8 characteristics. 1. Complete concentration on the task in hand. 2. Clear goals, a reward and immediate feedback. 3. A sense of either having all the time in the world or time flying by. 4. The task is immensely rewarding. 5. The work feels easy and effortless, but not in a boring way. 6. The right balance of using your skills and being challenged. 7. Action and awareness becoming one, no ruminating. 8. Feeling in control of the task. Flow states are different to mindfulness. You can be totally mindful, but still stuck in the middle of unproductive chaos. The difference is you're now aware that you're stuck in the middle of unproductive chaos. For creatives, flow states are the next step along from mindfulness. They're far more active. You do, not just observe. Like mindfulness, however, flow states don't appear out of nowhere, and they generally can't be willed into being if the conditions aren't right. As ever, you are the gardener, creating the optimal conditions for flow states to grow. And this takes commitment and effort. Give a shit. Think of a dancer performing a routine at the very peak of their powers, the lightness, the grace, the seemingly effortless flow. and then think of everything that will have gone into making that magic moment happen. If we want to get the most out of our creative process, both to do our best work and get maximum personal fulfillment, then we have to adopt the same kind of general approach. Generating and maintaining the optimal conditions won't necessarily lead to a flow state, but not generating or maintaining them gives you far less chance. You're also unlikely to get into a flow state by doing something you don't care about or that is lacking in one or more of the 8 characteristics described above. If a task doesn't challenge you, is overly challenging, has an insufficient reward, or is just not your cup of tea, then it's far more likely to be a slog. You're more likely to procrastinate, become distracted, or phone it in. In short, it doesn't happen by accident. You have to push yourself, and you have to give a shit about what you're doing.